Mathematics 1 Chapter Function. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to develop competency in function, inverse and composite function. Tutorial question 20. They have given you the function of fx and the domain of f is given as x greater than or equals to negative 3. Now part A. Find f inverse. How to find f inverse is just simply letting your x equivalence to fy. Now, what is your fy? Fy is basically your fx, where you simply change the variable of x to be y. Hence, you will obtain an expression of y plus 3 divided by 2 under the square root. Don't forget to put plus 1. Our next step is to rearrange this equation, making y as a subject. All the terms move to the other side, starting with plus 1. You will obtain x minus 1 equivalent to y plus 3 divided by 2 under the square root. Take the square both sides and then start expanding your bracket of x minus 1 power of 2. You will obtain x squared minus 2x plus 1 at the left hand side. Right hand side, the square root and the square will be gone, left with only y plus 3 divided by 2. Last step for you to rearrange, making y as a subject, you will obtain 2x squared minus 4x minus 1. That's all for part A. Now, let's start to do 20b. Find the domain of f inverse. Please remember this property before you proceed. The domain of f is equivalent to the range of f inverse. The range of f is equivalent to the domain of f inverse. Since the question asks you to find the domain of f inverse, we start to find the range of your f. Your fx can be written as x plus 3 divided by 2 under the square root plus with 1. Most of you know already, if you have a set function, your range always starts from 0 and above. But when you add plus 1 into your function, it will shift it up to be starting value of y equals to 1 and above. If you cannot imagine that, let's try to sketch the graph of fx. Now look into the square root. Your square root must always has a positive value under it. So x plus 3 divided by 2 must always be greater than or equals to 0. If you try to rearrange, you will got the value of x is greater than negative 3. Now, you know already the basic function of set will be negative 3 and above. However, because plus 1 is being added, your curve is no longer started at x-axis, but is shifted up one time. So your graph will be 1 and here is negative 3. It will having this kind of shape. If you notice here, your y value will start with 1 and increase to infinity. Hence, we can deduce that the range of fx is greater than or equals to 1. However, we want to find the domain of f inverse, where it can be written as x greater than or equals to 1. This is the solution for part B.